How do you feel if someone doesn't just give you a fish but teaches you how to catch a fish? Good evening everyone, I am Oladipupo Emmanuel Jesudara. You are welcome to another episode of Metamorphosis on RTN. This is where we inspire lives through the story of great men, their challenges, their success, and their breakthroughs. Join with me as I bring to you a successful entrepreneur, a successful businesswoman, in the person of Pastor Mrs. Joy Olagoke.
Firstly, I want to appreciate God for the privilege God gave to me to speak at this program, and I pray that God will exalt everybody in Jesus' name. My name is I'm Pastor Joy Olagoke by name. I'm from Osun State. My father was a farmer, while my mother was a trader. I've started being an entrepreneur right from my primary school. I used to sell water. During the time they used to put water inside the container, I used to sell water, chin-chin, pop-off, and some other things like that. So I picked interest in entrepreneurship right from my primary school. Oranges, like that. I graduated to be selling provision. Throughout my primary school, secondary school, I used to walk up and down and looking for how to support my parents about my school fees and the books and some other things rather. I attended St. James Primary School, Owokwe. I graduated 1982 to 83. Then also I went to secondary school, St. James Secondary School at Ayetoro. I graduated 1988. Then after that, I got admission to Ire Polytechnic, Osun State, 1992 to 1994/95. I did my OND in Business Administration and Management. And the reason why I did that course of Business Admin is because right from the beginning, I have interest in business. Business is my passion. I love it so much. So after that, I went to the Polytechnic, Osun State. I did my HND and I graduated 1997. So I went for youth service 1998 at Jos, Plateau State. I served at Federal Government College at Plateau State. After that, God called me to the ministerial work, and I started my ministry at the Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry, Jos. After that, I was posted to Kano as a minister of God. From Kano to Bauchi, from Bauchi back to Kano. Then I went to Akure later. Fine. Right from my primary school, I have been entrepreneurial in the sense that when I was in primary school, I used to hawk. Mostly I sell chin-chin, pop-off, go to garage, try to ensure that I support my parents on my school fees and some of the other things that I needed. Once I come back from school, I look for what to sell. Mostly I pounded yam. I go around to hawk for it and get money so that my parents can have little, so I can pay my school fee and do some other things. And apart from that, I love helping people right from my primary school. Mostly, I do look for job for my friends that don't have opportunity to go to school by collecting them. Let them link them to people that can help them, maybe getting them secretary work and some other things. So right from my primary school, I have passion to be an entrepreneur in the future. So as a result, this passion led to me going to the higher institution to read business admin. So I school at Ire Polytechnic. I had my OND, that was 92 to 94. So 1995, I proceeded to Federal Polytechnic, Ede, Osun State, to have my HND in business admin, the same thing. So I love business so much because most of my family members, they are into business and they used to make it so much, especially clothing business is one of our family business. So I have passion for it. So eventually, When I graduated, I went for my youth service at Plateau State, Jos. Then I was teaching at a federal government college. I served there. So due to what the principal saw in me, he retained me as a copper. So I became a teacher. I was serving there. But because of the call of God upon my head, God called me into the ministry. So I left the teaching and I went to the full-time ministry. So it was in that cause I was asking God, that Lord, why did you create me? What is your purpose of creating me to this world? Not only that, why do you save me? What do you want me to do for you on the surface of the heart? I went for fasting and night vigil for 40 days and God gave me a prayer point. Holy Spirit gave me a prayer point to be praying there. Oh Lord, reveal to me the purpose why you created me. It was in the course of the prayer I had a dream. I saw myself empowering people and speaking about Jesus Christ, that they should be saved, salvation message, praying for them. So right from that time, I had conviction that I have the ministry of empowering people in the church. I started it when I was in Kano. From Jos, they transferred me to Kano. Year 2005, I was transferred from MFM Jos to MFM Kano then. Then from Kano to Bauchi, then I came back from Bauchi to Kano. I became head of the deliverance department year 2008. It was then a woman went to abroad for cancer of the blood, but everything is not successful. So she now came for deliverance. After deliverance, she went for tests and the cancer of blood cleared. Because I was the head of the deliverance department then, she was very happy for my administration, everything. She now prepared for me to upgrade to abroad, that we are going to meet our GO, that they need a woman like me in abroad to help the women there. I was so happy because I came from a home. I'm the only graduate, first graduate in my family as a woman. I see myself traveling outside the country without value to me again. So I decided to go and get my passport. I was on my way going on the road. I just had the voice, America or the vision I gave to you. I said, God, you don't come again. Let me get outside this country and go and enjoy myself in abroad. I said, no. There are a lot of people that are looking for the vision I gave to you, this empowerment vision. Why can't you start somewhere? I said, where can I get money? And truly, I look around up, I met some people. Nobody is ready to help because God does not ask me to be collecting money. God said I should be using it to help people freely. And everybody I talk to like that, I say, I don't have money for that kind of it. Even some people, when I call them to come and use their gift to help me, say, no, I use money to train myself. I don't know what I'm minister of free. I said, what will I do? God told me that, what are the contribution you are making? I said, I want to use, this contribution is true, but I wanted to use to buy a car to help my work and as an evangelist, as a minister of God. And the place where we are living is very far to the church. Okay, the Lord now told me that I should go and take the contribution and go and get apartment and sow it as a seed. It was so painful, to be candid, but well, it's better to obey the voice of God than the voice of my flesh. So I collected the money. It was not enough to do what I really want to do because I have to get apartment and get sewing machine and some other things. So I had to contact a friend of mine who was my prayer partner, Sister Fumi Sodendi. The husband is working in a very good area. So I contacted her, and to God be the glory, she borrowed me some money. We had it together. We looked for apartments very close to the church. That's Sabungiri there. So after that, we bought a little machine we can buy and some materials. There's a particular woman that was looking for the fruit of the womb, and God led her to me to pray for her. After praying for her, God gave her the baby, and she delivered. And she made a vow that if our prayer turned to testimony, she's going to buy machine for the school. To God be the glory. She bought 4 machines for us, and that one had with the one that we really have. So we pick up and we did the introduction. We went to Living Faith. That if there is anybody that is interested in this empowerment school, and redeem some other churches, MFM, many people came.
Action.
Okay. 2012, we relocated to Akure first. After that, to Lagos. My father-in-law, Lord Dr. Dike Olukoya, the general official of Mantle of Fire Miracle Ministry, called us to Lagos, to come to Lagos. So on getting to Lagos, I made him to know to him that this is what we are doing in Kano. We have empowerment school. So, and he loved it so much. He put money down. got an apartment for us, employ people, and we started the school. And he called the name of the school Dorcas Empowerment School. So we have Dorcas Empowerment School at Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry International Headquarters, in which we have trained roughly 580 students as our members, and he has given roughly 400 members sewing machine, some money. He has established them, and some of them are really doing well with it today. To God be the glory. He and the wife, they have been a real support. They have been helping the vision, and everybody is enjoying the vision in the church. So it was this passion that took me to Republic of Benin to improve myself on entrepreneurship skill. So I got admission to Poma International Business School, Republic of Benin, to read entrepreneurship management. I now did conversion of 1 year from HND to BNC. I have BNC in my entrepreneurship management. I discovered that with all my age and the years I've left the institution, I did well. I have second class upper. I joined them in professional course. So I did professional course, I passed. I became charter entrepreneur. I saw that what I didn't expect, because since 98 I've left the academic setup. So I now proceeded to have my master's degree in the entrepreneurship, and to God be the glory. I'm presently doing my master's degree at Poma International Business School in entrepreneurship management, which is in field. I have passion for widows, pastors' wives that are not working, that their husbands are full-time. Also for the youth, women in the church generally that are not really doing something tangible, so that God can use me to mentor them on how to grow their business. And that's the reason I went to improve myself, so that I can be helpful to all this set of people, to mentor them to grow their business, then to be innovative, to be creative in whatever they are doing, and to encourage them that with God on their side, they can get to the top. So I now very appreciate God. I met the Chancellor of Poma International Business School, Professor Lubiji, which really encouraged me too, and was happy with my passion. So presently now I'm doing my master's degree at Poma International Business School, Republic of Benin, Ifeanyi. I appreciate God, and I pray that very soon I become a professor of entrepreneurship, because I really have interest in mentoring our youth and to help them to grow their businesses by giving them the innovative ideas and some other things they need, which they are training us for at this Poma International Business School. And this is where I was. After 1 semester, I got we have a 1 month holiday. I came to Abeokuta. Okay, my driving force is whenever I train people on this skill, I see, not all of them, but I see percentage that really encourage me, that they pick it up and they do it. Some of them are using the liquid soap to take care of their children. So most of the things we train them is what is now. I can remember I have a student. That my student, the husband was a banker. She came to learn shoes and bag. The husband was even mocking her. But how will you bring yourself low to go and be learning shoe and bag making as a wife of a banker? And they have up to 5 children. So the husband doesn't, in fact, at times the husband will not greet her. I see her on the road doing shoes and bag for people. So eventually the husband lost the job. So it is work that she learned from us that is now sustaining the home now. From this work now, she has gotten a land that she's building. So when the husband lost the job, no money for school fees, house rent, it is work of shoes bag making that she learned from us, that's now using to take care of the children, do many things, and the people are locating her to help her now. So it gives me joy. It's because one of my passion is that I don't like seeing women. When the woman does not have nothing to do, they will gossip. They will mingle with wrong friends. They will do what they suppose not to do. But if everybody has something doing, there will not be issue of this one talk about my own, because we are facing your work. And most of our youth, they will not be in the school and be looking for girlfriend, boyfriend to finance them. So the reason why most of these students are going about, fornicating and doing many things, because they don't have money to take care of themselves. The parents don't have money. And I love, I don't like seeing people living wayward life. So this official, most of our students too, they are got admission to university. This money they are realizing from what they have learned from us is what they are used to take care of themselves, because we used to talk to them that you cannot be a giver to your generation and you cannot add value to your generation. There is no reason why you are alive, because the reason why everybody is alive, you are alive to add value to lives. So and they pick it up with the word of God we speak to them, they are making it. So my driving force is that I always see people prospering whenever we train them. Not all of them precisely, but the percentage, at least, it always encourages me. Okay. To God be the glory. Even when I was in Kano, I have a lot of our students there that through what they have learned from this school, they are really making it up to date. I could remember my instructor that is in charge of tailoring department when I was in Kano. She came to add value to people through only one skill. But when she left, she went with many skills. So when she relocated from the north down to here, what she's now doing is what she now dropped what she know and what she learned from us, what she's doing to feed her family now. She's into production of liquid soap. Most of the hospital around, she supplied them the liquid soap and some other things. And because there are a lot of fashion designer around where she relocated to Igbara, okay, so she could not cope with it. So she had to drop that one and started picking all the vocational skills she learned from us. And this is what this woman is using to support her family right now. We have a lot of testimony, a lot of people. Most of our students are into production now. They produce fine liquid soap, Dettol, car wash, sanitizer, and toilet wash, and many other things, and they are making it. Also, when I came to Kano under my father and the Lord too, we have a lot of students we have trained. One of my students is a blessing. Precisely, she's from Sagam. When she joined us, she joined the fashion designing school first, learn how to sew different kind of style. After that graduation, she went to school of shoes and bag making. So she's doing both together now. She can sew a very good nice dress. She's making shoes, making bag. She will do everything put inside the bag during the service. After service, she just strategize herself. Selling the shoes, selling the bags for people after the service, and she's making it. We have a lot of them. We have Sister Akeju too. Many of their students, they are doing well, and this is my driving force. That's what at times I don't care about challenges, because why? I'm appreciating God, because the vision is really affecting lives and it's changing many lives. Many youth, some of our students, they are students. When they are waiting for admission, they will come to school. And they will graduate, they will pick the vision, the skill to the schools and get it there. They will always tell us that's what they are using to make it. They sew the dresses for other students. Some of them, the bags, they make bags, some of them Kampala. Also at the Mountain Top University, we have a lot of students we have trained on Kampala making and some other things. Mountain Top University. And most of these are students that have learned Kampala, they were making it. And because of this thing I'm seeing that make me not to stop and try to be improving myself so I can be more relevant to more generation to come. So we have a lot of testimony, we have a lot. This as one of our sister, the husband never wanted her to come to the school because the husband was a banker and the husband was doing fine, there's money, taking care of the home, paying their school fees and taking care of the house. So when this woman came to the school, she always sneak. She will sneak in, she will sneak out. My husband will come from bank, let me quickly go. Whenever he's not around, she will come. So eventually she got the ski. So she established it along the road. Whenever the husband is passing, the husband will not greet her. Because the husband never wanted anybody to know with her. Because why she believed that she's downgrading her at this level. I'm a banker. How you be a cobbler on the road? So whenever he is passing, the woman who wanted to greet her, she will quickly, he will move. So the woman came to cry and talk to me. I said, you should not worry. Just continue what you are doing. One day, the husband lost the job as a banker. And that's the thing I done on the husband. In this skill, the woman learned from us now that she's now using to take care of her own family, to buy food, to take care of the husband. Even now, the woman told me she has gotten a land through this work. they are about to be building that house now. And the husband now is not a jobless person, doesn't have nothing to do again. So those are the things that really moves me to improve myself, to add more value to people, because majority of people we are training, they were really picking it up and they were doing well. To God be the glory. Somebody, even there's one of our students in Abuja now. After she learned the fashion designing and some other thing, she traveled to Abuja to establish there. Somebody who just went to minister at Abuja, our region, and saw the lady, said, "Don't you know me? I'm a member of MFM International Headquarters. I went to Dorcas Empowerment School. Come and see my shop." And the pastor went to the shop. She has established a very big shop. And God help her, she's making it. So when the pastor came, she met me. I told me that a student of mine said, I should greet too. God has established her in Abuja. She's doing very well. What she has learned from her, we have a lot of testimony. Home and abroad. Some people travel outside the country with the skill, and they are doing it there. So this thing, whenever I hear the testimony, it moves me to add value, to go and learn more of these skills, so I can add more value to generation to come. And God has been helping us, helping our team, including people working with me. God has been helping us together to impact lives. My administrator, my instructor on tailoring, shoes bag making, Kampala making, all of us, we are working in team to ensure that the lives are impacted. And God is helping the team to really move the vision forward. And I want to appreciate God too, our father in the Lord, Dr. Dike Olukoya, General Official of Mental Affairs, and the wife, they pick up the vision and they were helping us. After training, Baba will go we go to ensure that he keep them, giving them machine, give them money, buy things for them, to ensure that nobody, that have passed through the school is stranded. The wife too, they have been supporting people in the church. We have almost every time, Baba will buy 85 machines, 85 at times 152 machines. Depend, because the first people we graduated was 28 students. Baba bought machine for all of them. Those ones that went to school of chemical production, he gave them the money. Those ones that went to Kampala school, he gave them the money. Then we graduated 86 students. He bought machine for all of them. We graduated another 87 or 86 students, something like that. He gave them the machine. Another 152 students, our father, Dr. Dike Olukoya, bought machine for 152 students on Sunday and shared to every one of them. Then the one we just graduated now, we are believing God for is 157. So we have a lot of students we have trained, and God is helping them. Some of them, they are old, retiring, people that retire from their work. Some of them have been sacked. Some of them don't have nothing. Some of them, they are youth. And Baba, our father in the Lord, Dr. Dike Olukoya, always give them the machine. So I'm encouraged. And as a result, I choose to give myself to this work.